at New Works, New Faces for the second half of the program, and we've moved across to Gallery East to check out more of the works. I'm here with Denise Brown, who has a number of works in this exhibition. Firstly, can you please tell me about the one that you're standing in front of?
This one is called Feudopoly, and it is concerned with the practice of feuding, whether it be family, state or nation feuding, which causes wars. The idea is that the original feud is the floor that I'm stood on, which can get cracked and forgotten about, but the intensity of the feud still continues even though the seed is lost from where it starts from, and it gets built upon by the generations, and that's basically what we got here. It's a distortion of reality, which is why the legs are skewed and the flooring is going up the wall. Because if you didn't distort the reality, then your feud wouldn't occur, because you have to be not thinking quite, in a truthful manner. Otherwise, you'd sit down, talk about it, and it would never happen. So that was the concept.
So what do the smaller pieces represent, and what does the writing on them mean?
Well, with feuding, it's either them or it's us. It's that sort of mentality that's with a feud. And so you have two ways of playing the game. A macro game, which is a worldwide, so it's nations and states. And you have the micro game, which is families or one singular person. The game itself is skewed to win, so that the person that starts the feud, so if you're in micro, for instance, you wouldn't start a feud if you didn't think you could win it, because you'll be outnumbered otherwise. And so you have 20 pieces, as opposed to 15 on the other side. And these dice are also skewed so that when there's a stalemate, the dice is thrown, but the dice is skewed to the person that started the feud. So the person that's the opponent, there's a good chance that they're going to lose the dice throw. But you have to take the chance of whether you're going to throw it or not. And if it's a nation game, then you have more thems than you do us, because usually with a feud, it's a thing about you feel that you're being overcome by others, or that they've done you a wrong, and because you're the smaller, you have to stand up for yourself. So that's why they've got the smaller amount of people, and like I said, and vice versa for the family feuding.
This is Yi Sum Chan, and she is a jewellery designer and has quite a few works featured in this exhibition. Why have you decided to work with sterling silver?
Because sterling silver is more cheaper than gold comparison, and because I'm a student when I'm making that, it's more easy for me to get material.
What is your main inspiration or theme for these pieces?
Mostly they are articulated, they're movable, they're interchangeable, and I love bird. That's why you can see a lot of patterns were made with bird.
So what do you love so much about designing and creating jewellery?
The interaction between myself and the wearer. Like whenever people playing with my jewellery, or when they're wearing my jewellery, I feel pressure. I love them. Yeah.
Do you only wear your jewellery, or do you wear other people's jewellery?
I try not to. I like to explore more, so I try to see more things, and then sometimes I wear, but not recently.
So can we find any of your jewellery in shops around Perth?
Not yet, but soon.
This is Dean Moyes, and he has created a bunch of works for this exhibition, which are right behind us. What are your works called?
These are called October. October, based on times. Essentially, it's with the shadows. Every 80 minutes, I've taken a photograph of a maquette, and that's the shadows moving over. So each one has a different shadow. So it's reflected on the time frame, October 9:10 to 2:30.
And where was the or what location, I guess, did you base this?
Backyard, set on a backyard. It's about environments, the community, how people can isolate themselves, set up with boundaries, fences, set up an isolation within a community, and therefore become strangers to their neighbours, the environment, and only visible by, let's say, the roving eye of a satellite, or as today we see with photographs of your streetscapes and so forth.
So what do you think being featured in an exhibition like this could open up for you?
We'd like to think a solar exhibition will come along, and not immediately. It takes time to develop work for that, so whether it be 2011 or late 2000 this year, 2010.
Chloe Tupper, who has a number of works featured in this exhibition actually. So what is the theme of all of your paintings?
It's actually a portrait of someone, one of Mum's friends.
Can you explain it a bit more?
Yeah, I like to listen to stories of people, and so basically I'm just telling a story through my paintings.
So this is all one person's story?
Yeah.
How did you decide what figure, I guess, to create on those works?
Again, it comes back to the storytelling. So each time that I went to go and see this person, or the way we communicated together through letters, I then made the work from that. So that's where the work derived from.
So it's like a beautiful homage to someone that you love?
Yeah, that's right.
This is Sarah Brown, who is a jewellery designer and has her pieces exhibited today. Have a number of necklaces here, I see. What are these made out of?
Most of them are made out of laser cut acrylic and laser engraved acrylic, and some of them have decoupage fabric on them as well. And they're actually double-sided, so you can switch them around and wear them either way, and short or long.
So when you were designing these, what was your inspiration for them?
Just sort of like everyday things I see in the world, from whether it be like a geometric print of a carpet, or waves, or tiny parts of an animal, or I don't know, from everything really.
So you see sort of shape to their nature and then translate it to your jewellery?
Yeah.
Is this your first exhibition outside of Curtin?
Yes, it is.
How have you found it?
It's been great. Yeah, David and Giannis and Nora have been awesome. I've learned a lot, and hopefully the first of many.
Yeah. What can being featured in an exhibition like this open up to you in terms of your career?
I guess more exposure, first of all, and then I think eventually I want to try and sell my stuff in a few boutiques around Perth, and then hopefully expand from there.
I'm here with Giannis, who is one of the directors for Gallery East. Tell me, why is New Works, New Faces exhibition so important?
It gives or allows the students that we select their first opportunity to actually show or be part of an exhibition outside the institution, and then really they get to see and feel and come to terms with all the different things that are associated with the first showing.
And how do you decide which works or which artists are going to be featured?
That's always difficult, because we, the three of us, with Nora and David and myself, we go out every year looking at the works, all the graduate shows. We go through all the universities, all the colleges. Independently we go off out, and then we come back and we compare notes. Generally when we compare notes, that's in the car when we're driving to the next destination. And you end up having something like 30 or 40. And you've got to whittle it down, and that's really, really difficult. We try and represent all the institutions, and then we start looking at things that are really quite striking, that can quite original, something that's quite unique. I mean, those are the sorts of things, criteria that we look at.
So what is coming up this year for Gallery East?
Well, after this particular exhibition, we've got an exhibition that's organised by the Jewellers and Metalsmiths, the JMGA organisation of WA, and that's an international jewellery show that will be spread across a number of galleries right around Perth metropolitan area, and we're lucky that we'll be showing, I think, about 5 international jewellers in the exhibition here. Then we've got works by some of the works by Jenny Nathan, Christopher Crouch, Alan Muller. We'll be going to the Melbourne Art Fair, representing 5 artists from our stable at the Melbourne Art Fair. Then we come back, and so it's full on.
So Giannis, I'm going to have to thank you on behalf of the Perth community for providing such a great opportunity for young artists and local artists for the New Works, New Faces exhibition. So that's all we have for Gallery Watch. Make sure you tune in next week, same time, same channel. That's WTV.
This exhibition is dedicated to the memory of Elizabeth Ford. Elizabeth lost a long and valiant fight with cancer last year. I represented her for 20 years. She was a great teacher, a mentor and a friend to many, many people, including heaps of artists that she helped over her long, long career. We miss her.